quick short game cheat sheet touch-up video for you. I love the short game. It's a game within a game. Difficult game to get used to, a lot of nonsense around, but the best thing I can tell you about the short game, do what works for you. Don't listen to dingleberries. Now, you may have a problem of using too much loft around the green. You're decelerating, you're chunking it, you're teething it across the green because of high anxiety. We want to remove anxiety. The best way is to keep the ball closer to the ground. Now, when you keep the ball closer to the ground, you have more control over what's going to happen. There's no hitting it too good, hitting it bad, chunking it. Basically, you remove a lot of the things that can go wrong in this area. You remove like 70% of them. So one of the things you can do, especially when you just have a bit of area between you and the green and then the hole, is to use a hybrid. You've got 20 degrees of power on this, and you've got two options: a putting stroke or wristy. Doesn't really matter. Like I say, what works for you? That's a little putting stroke. Now we'll go a little wristy cuffs. Little wristy cuffs, just like that. Just a little flickaroony. How did it do? In the cup. What a game. Now, let's also have a little look at something to help you also keep it low to the ground. Maybe you don't have a hybrid, maybe you don't feel comfortable. 7-iron. Now, not necessarily a 7-iron, could be an 8, depending on the shot you're looking at. You can check out my video on the rule of 12 to figure out carry distance versus rollout. I'm just going to use a 7-iron here. Toe down chipping, okay? That's normal. Let's move closer like a putt. Move the handle up, shaft moves up, heel comes up, toe goes down. Line it up to the toe and just give it a little putting stroke. Wow, what a life. Much easier. Obviously, 7-iron is too much on this. Let's see if we have a 9-iron. Let go. Okay, thank you, perfect. So clearly a 7-iron is too long. You can do trial and error to find out which one is correct. I'm going to do the 9-iron here. Same thing. Get up close, get that heel up, toe down. Little putting stroke. Look at this beauty in the cup as well. What a life. What am I doing here? Okay, let's say you don't feel like doing that and you feel like you want a chipper. But people frown down on chippers. They look down on you because you use a chipper. You know what I say? I say if you get to use a club twice or more around and it saves you a shot each time, well, that's 2 shots shaved. For me, I've seen people playing chippers that they chip in once around just because they're so good at it, but stop using it because their friends make fun of them or whatever. Because there's a lot of golf snobbery out there. Head covers for your irons. If you want to use head covers for your irons, use them. Are you 13 giving into peer pressure? No, you're a man, not a mouse. Use a chipper. I don't use it, haven't hit one of these in about a year. Let's see how we do. Oh, beautiful. I think I hold that one too. Isn't that lovely? Oh, nearly in the cup. What a delight. What a delight. Look at that. I think I've done it again. Now, why is this so effective? It's the same thing as toe down chipping, except not as awkward. It's got a flat lie and we're in exactly the same position. Isn't that amazing? But this one is flat. It doesn't get stuck. You can use it off tight lies. You can use it off fluffy lies. Use a chipper. I don't care. I love you all the same. Of course, the good old Texas wedge. Why do they call it a Texas wedge? Because it's safe, it's conservative, it's cocky. You respect a man who uses the putter from off the green, as do I. I couldn't do this for a very long time because I would get too freaked out by the initial part here. Just practice it. Once you get used to your conditions where you play, you're going to be a maestro. One tip I can give you, if you have bumpy grass like this, you want to lean your hands just a little forward. If you have very fine grass, like a links course, it's going to putt like a green. You just have to get used to the fact that the first 7 or 8 feet are bouncing anyway. They're not smooth. It bounces on a green too. But from the moment it stops bouncing, you want to have enough pace to carry it to the hole. A lot of people get freaked out, they're going to hit it too hard. Hit a few too hard. It's better than hitting it too short and giving up on it. So on a grass like this with the cow grass everywhere, it's going to probably bounce. So I'll just lean my hands a bit forward and just give it a little pop out there. See, I don't really know this grass. I don't play on cow grass that much. Let's see, I just maybe experiment and do it my normal way. And that's going to be a better result, better pace control. All depends on what you like to do. Depends on if you're comfortable with it. If not, then you can loft it over with a chipper, bump it up with a hybrid, use a wedge, use a 9-iron. The other cheat sheet, little quick tip, little nip tuck you can do, get good with one club. How about a pitching wedge? When you get good with a pitching wedge, you can do all kinds of things with a pitching wedge, right? You can play it off the back foot, okay? You can play it off the front foot, like that. And you're going to get pretty similar results depending on where the ball lands. You can hood it a little bit, hit a little hook spinner. You can start cutting across the ball, like that, just by playing with one club. Grip down, grip up, open face, front foot, back foot. All kinds of things you can do with one club. By getting good at one club, you can start identifying the areas you want to land the ball depending on where you put the ball in your stance, onto a downslope, hitting onto an upslope. But if you get good with one club, I highly recommend the pitching wedge. 48 degrees down to 42 degrees, like a 9-iron, anywhere from 42 to 48, money. More nip tucks for around the green. Use a line on the ball. It may not be for you, it may be for you. Give it a try. The more you practice it on the greens, the more you practice on the practice greens, the more you're going to get used to, and the quicker you're going to get at lining the line up to the hole or to your line. So what we do is we use the line to get one of the variables out of our minds. One of those variables is the line. If the line is out of your mind, all you have to worry about is pace. You can look down at the ball knowing that your putt is aligned, and now you just have to hit the correct pace to make the putt. Another quick nip tuck, if you have trouble inside 8 feet and you just don't know what's going on, look at where you want the ball to go, find something along the line you want to roll it over, and just focus on that thing, and maybe you're going to hit better putts without getting the line and the pace in your head, where all you're worrying about is the pace. Easy game. Quick nip tuck. When you have a bad lie, either sandy, loose soil like this, or you're in a divot, or you're in a situation you don't know how the ball's going to react from the lie. It's not your standard lie, not fluffy, not nice, there's something wrong. Just go straight to toe down chipping. So, you know, sometimes you feel like you want to do a splash shot from the sand. No. Go straight to toe down. This is a 7-iron. And you know, we just do toe down because it gets less interaction with the sole in the turf. If you get too much interaction, you have big problems. You have big problems, and you leave it short and you get scared of the lie. For some reason, toe down can relieve all the pressure of a poor lie. I don't know why. Okay, let's make this lie a little worse. Now let's say you're in this lie and you have to carry more of the green, not just a yard. You have to carry like maybe 5 or 6 yards. We have to get aggressive. We're going to take a 9-iron. Also go toe down, putting stroke, real aggressive. Look at that. Now that's going to get you on the green, closer to the hole, rather than chunking it and leaving yourself still in the rough, in a worse position, chipping for the bogey, par, or double. Beautiful game.